have 59%. It will be fine. Yeah, it's been on and it has been. It's only been like 1%. You hear me okay, Katie? Because I have the mic on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Katie, were you in the class last night?
Yes.
Was the sound any different? I had the mic on as well.
I thought it was better. I thought it was good. Because like even just right now, I can hear Caitlyn clearer than I can hear you.
Cool.
I can hear you.
I feel like the mic is totally worth it.
Caitlyn.
Okay, cool.
Neat. Yeah, I like this mic too. It's super easy to set up. It doesn't get in my way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Katie, is there anything that you specifically want today that you're looking for? I know we're recording now, but
That's right. Maybe some low back. So maybe some
like
hamstring
stretching?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. That's funny because it's not funny, but like I just taught a class at 2:30 and they asked the same thing. They asked for lower back stuff. Do you have a strap with you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We'll definitely do some restorative stuff on the lower back too.
Sounds good.
Dude, I ate Chick-fil-A today. Oh, that's the first fast food I've had in probably like 2 months. I was craving it. It's so good. But I feel like I'm gonna pay for it, you know? Okay, I feel like I should start because she's not on yet. Okay, cool. What? Oh, everybody's on. Hi, everybody. Sweet. I was like waiting. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Let's start this then. So start in a comfortable seated position, finding your weight directly over your sits bones. Sit up nice and tall, stacking the vertebrae all the way through the back of the neck and through the crown of the head. And then gently drop your chin down towards your chest. Feel the sensations in the back. Start spiking up, feeling that stretch. And then roll your head over towards the right side and pause there. So the right ear is reaching towards the right shoulder. Feeling the sensations on that left side. Take the left hand, reach it down and away towards the floor. And if you feel like it, you can take that right hand and bring it up and over and just allow the weight of the hand to kind of help your stretch here. You can play with the angle of the nose to find your sweet spot. Make sure as you're sitting here, you don't shift your weight forward, but then you find your weight still directly over the sits bones. Making those muscles work to sit up tall. Then release the right hand, roll your head over to the other side. Pause there before you do anything else and feel the sensations. Maybe feel it in the front, on top. And then when you're ready, you can reach the right hand away. Left arm comes up and over. Woo. Playing with the angle of the nose. And release that left hand. Chin goes back down to the chest. This time intertwine the fingers, place the hands in the back of the head, and allow the weight of the hands to help your stretch here. Sitting up nice and tall, you'll feel the stretch differently. Even if you draw your navel in slightly, you'll feel it differently. Press your head into your hands until it comes all the way up, and then keep pressing. Press, 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 press. Think about lengthening the back of the neck here. So you're tucking your chin as you're lengthening your neck, and then without whipping your head back, release, allowing the head to go up and away. And then move the neck however feels comfortable for you. If you want to do full circles, just make sure you're lifting your chest and chin and not crunching that vertebrae back. And then come back to center. Let's roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Inhaling up, exhaling back. And then bring the right arm across the body, left arm comes underneath, soften the shoulders down. Getting a stretch in our deltoid muscles. And then release the left arm down to the floor. Right arm is going to come up and over for a side stretch. And inhale, come on up. Good. Left arm draws across, right arm comes underneath, shoulders release down. And then release the right arm down, left arm up and over for your side stretch. And inhale, come on up. Good. Let's find our way onto our hands and knees. We're going to move through the spine however feels good. If you want to kind of do some circles with the spine, if you want to curve it from side to side, if you want to cat-cow it a bit, kind of move through that spine just to warm it up, get it going in a lot of different directions. And then find it back to center. Reach your hands forward, keep your hips lifted for a puppy pose. If you want to come up to the fingertips, you can. And then walk your hips back towards your heels, reaching those hands forward for a child's pose. Walk both hands over towards the right side. Walk that left hand as far away from your body as you can as you sink your left hip back. And then walk both hands over towards the other side. Right hand reaches as far away as it can as the right hip sinks back. And then bring both hands back to center. Maybe take a moment, set an intention for your practice today. Something you're working on the mat or off. Once you have that intention in mind, take a big inhale, setting it into your heart center. And exhale it out into the world. Inhale, come on up onto your hands and knees. And then lower down to your forearms, sending your knees back behind you for Sphinx pose. Find the elbows directly underneath the shoulders. The forearms are parallel. Spread the fingers wide and then press into the forearms. So you're working the muscles around the shoulder girdle. Gaze over the left shoulder and the right shoulder, continuing to warm up your neck. And maybe look up and down. And then lower your chest down to the floor. Walk both hands over towards the left. We're going to take a twist. Bend the left knee and then open the left arm out behind you. Right hand can rest on the outside of the left leg. Sometimes I like to take the right shoulder and scooch it just a little bit more to open up that twist. They kind of get stuck underneath you. And then find yourself back onto your belly. And walk the hands over towards the right, bending the right knee. Take the right hand and open it up back behind you. Again, if you need to scooch that left shoulder out from underneath you more, you can. And then find yourself back on your center. We're going to do 3 Cobra, so hands come underneath the shoulders. You're going to lift 3 times, your choice here if you want to use your hands or not use your hands. So inhale, lift, keeping the elbows bent. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Oh, there's that Chick-fil-A. Exhale, lower. What a yoga teacher I am. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Press your hands up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, find your first down dog. Maybe if today pedal through, maybe move the hips and heels from one side to the other. Whatever you need in this down dog that feels good. Walk your feet together. And then 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. You're going to roll forward to plank pose. I'm trying to get my timer up. Hold it in plank. Keep holding it. I want to hold it for 30 seconds. So we're going to hold it for another 20. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling back to down dog. Look between your hands, bend your knees, travel your feet forward, hanging over for a fold, maybe the first fold of class. Let the head relax all the way. Maybe give your brain a little jiggle. Inhale, create a flat back, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees and gently roll on up. Ready to rock and roll? Here we go. So on the A, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep them up, big stretch. Exhale, swan dive forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands go down, travel the feet back, plank pose. Lower through chaturanga, inhaling up dog. Exhaling down dog. We're gonna do 3 jumps, so walk the feet wide. 3 frog hops, here we go, bend the knees. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna hop forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, reverse swan dive out and up, big inhale. Exhale, fold through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands go down, travel the feet back. 3 chaturanga push-ups. 3, 2, 1. This time press all the way up. And then all the way back. 3 frog hops, here we go, nice and wide. 3, 2, 1. Jump forward, hanging over for a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, reverse one dive out and up, big inhale. Exhale, fold through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands go down, travel the feet back. Flowing through. Regular flow through, inhaling up. Exhaling back to down dog. Look between your hands, bend your knees, hop, step, or jump your feet forward, hanging over for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, big breath, reverse swan dive out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Hopefully your heart is beating. Mine says it isn't, but it is. Walk your feet together. Bend your knees, sink your hips back for chair pose. Sweep those arms up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Halfway lift, long spine. Forward fold, right foot is going to step back behind you so the knee releases down to the ground. If you have blocks, you can grab them. We're going to swoosh that right knee back. Left knee goes directly over the left ankle as we shift forward, opening up that right hip flexor. Oh, it's funny because I sing a lot in yoga and I can't with the mic on because they're all going to hear me sing. Usually I do it like under my breath. And then we're going to straighten that leg. We're not sending the booty back to the heel. We're just going to keep it straight. And then we're going to send our head down towards our leg. So this is actually a good preparation for split, because what you end up doing is you walk your knee back to get into the split. So in this is more like a Janushirasana. This is a prep for a split. Good, shift forward again, bending that left knee. We might revisit that later. From here, right hand goes down to the floor. Left arm reaches up for your twist. Now don't just like twist, right? Like I threw my arm up. I mean, twist. Open yourself up for this. And then release the left hand down. Tuck that right toe. Left foot goes back to meet the right. You can flow through or go straight to down dog. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhale the right foot up. Help it all the way through. Gently lower the left knee down. Use those blocks. Bend that right knee directly over the ankle. Scooch that left knee back. We're trying to open up the hip flexor here. Again, if you need to go up with the blocks, you can as you sink deep. Or you can use your hands to your thighs as well. One day. And then straighten out that leg. So we're doing more of a prep for a split here, yeah? Then we're doing more than what we would see for like a Janu. That front foot is flexed, and you're reaching your head down towards your shin. Then inhale, bend that right knee again. Left hand goes down, open up for this twist. Release the right hand down, tuck the back toe, left foot joins the right over for a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, walk the feet together, bend the knees, reach the arms at chair. Woo! Inhale up, exhale, hands to heart center. Sweep your arms up on your inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands go down, travel. Oh, just kidding. Step the left foot back. I didn't want you to flow through. So the right foot stays forward. Squeeze the thighs together, sweep the arms up. Crescent pose. So from here, we're going to step that back foot in slightly, lift to those front toes and use those blocks. So it's almost like we're doing what we did before. You can see my toes. They're up, and I'm hanging, so my head is going towards my front shin, stretching that right hamstring. So move between those two poses. Bend the front knee, scooching the left foot back, and then straighten. Inhaling as you bend, exhaling as you straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Good, next time you bend, stay there. Left hand goes down to the mat, right arm reaches up. Right hand goes down, send the right foot back. Maybe you hover as you flow. Inhaling up, exhaling back. Left foot, inhale up, help it all the way through. Working through those two poses again, sink deep, don't rush anything. Ooh, open up that front of that right hip. And then when you're ready, you can straighten it out, lifting those front toes. Moving back and forth between those two poses, use your breath. Next time you bend the left knee, stay there. Right hand goes down, left hand reaches up for your twist. Left hand goes down, right foot joins the left, hanging over for a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, sink your hips back, reach those arms up, chair pose. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center, sweep the arms up, big stretch. Exhale, fold through. Good breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands go down, flow through to down dog. Don't waste breath as you do this. Right foot reaches up on the inhale. Bend the knee, open up that hip. Reaching the right foot towards the left shoulder. If you'd like to, you can stay here or flip the dog. Right foot goes down to the floor. Right shoulder stacked, left shoulder stacked over the left wrist as you inhale and lift the hips up. Right hand goes back down to the mat, right foot lifts up. Shift forward, draw the right knee into the chest for one-footed plank. Inhale up and back. Right foot comes all the way through runner's lunge. Squeeze the thighs together. Let the fingertips hover as you find length in the back. So you're really working the quad and the hamstring here. Inhale the arms up. Shift forward, warrior three, pressing into the right foot. Draw the left knee up and through. Your choice, you're gonna take a twist. Your right hand can go over to the left leg, or you can take the outside of the left foot. It's really hard for me to balance in here. It's because there's nothing on the wall to look at. Yeah. Good. We're gonna bend that leg, send it back through the warrior three. Stepping the left foot back, sweep the arms up crescent, opening up to warrior two. Bend that knee right over the ankle. Then straighten the front leg, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, bend and sink deep. Reach, reach, reach towards the front. Right forearm goes down. Extended side angle so the arm goes all the way up and over the head. If you want that extra work, lift that right arm up. Reverse. Left arm down, right arm up. Keep the right knee bent. Straighten that front leg. Hands to a T, arms to a T. Reach, reach, reach. Right arm down, left arm up for triangle. To make it harder, take that right hand, send it forward. Both hands go down to the left foot as you find yourself in a half squat to the back of the mat. Lift those right toes. See if you can get the left heel down. Maybe you find a balance. Maybe hands come to heart center. Maybe they open up. Walk both hands over towards the right foot into a runner's lunge. Send the right foot back and flow through. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Other side. Here we go. Left foot reaches up. Maybe bend the knee and open up that hip. If it feels good, maybe you flip the dog or you stay right there. Your choice. Back left leg up. Shift forward, draw the left knee into the chest for one-footed plank. Inhale it up and back. Left foot comes all the way through to a runner's lunge. Find your hover. Bring those arms up into a warrior three. Woo! Right knee draws up and through. Finding your twist. Left arm comes across. Back to warrior three. Back to runner's lunge. Opening up to warrior two. Look down, make sure your left heel's in line with the right arch of your foot. Knee is directly over the ankle, hands to a T. Straighten the left leg, arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Reach, reach, reach. Left arm down, right arm up and over. Or find that weight so the left arm comes up. And you're using your core strength here. Reverse, right hand down, left hand up. Keep sending the left knee forward. Coming up, straighten the front leg. Triangle pose, reach to the front. Left hand down, right hand up, or reach that left hand forward. Hands reach down to that right foot. Bending the right knee in a half squat. Left toes go up. Maybe you find a balance. Walk the hands over towards the left foot, runner's lunge. Left foot joins the right. You can flow, you can go to down dog, you can take a child's pose, drink of water, whatever you're feeling. When you're ready, find yourself back in down dog again. And then we're all going to shift forward to plank pose. Right hand's going to come to the center of the mat. We're going to go to the outside of the right foot and lift that left arm up. Couple variations here. You can take this left foot forward. You can also lift it up. If you're feeling like really baller today, bring that left foot in front. See if you can piece fingers the big toe and lift. Woo! And then find yourself back to plank pose. Same thing on the other side. Left hand, lift those hips, find any variation. Maybe you clasp and reach. Back to plank. Good. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up, back to your knees. To your knees, to your knees. All right. So come on up to your knees. We're going to work those hamstrings a little bit deeper. So if you've got blocks, you're going to want to use them for this. We're going to keep coming back to this hamstring split thing, if you haven't noticed. So right foot's going to come forward. Taking a little break from flows for a second. Get blocks underneath your hands if you have them. Anything, blocks, pots, books, whatever. Scooch that left knee back. Starting to work a little bit towards your split. Maybe you scooch the blocks so you're underneath your shoulders more. Working towards your split position. And just pause there for a moment. If it feels good, you can also take a block underneath the left hip and show. If you want to make it just a little more restorative. Tuck that back toe, walk that left knee in. Switching feet. Left leg forward. Here comes the pain, for me at least. So I walk the heel as far forward as I can. Then I walk that knee back. And then I adjust so these blocks are coming right underneath my shoulders. So I have the choice if I want to lower, deeper, or not. And again, if you want to rest, you can rest yourself on a block. Or a book, or pot, whatever you've got. Tuck that back toe. Draw those knees in. Good. Left knee goes down to the ground. Knees go out wide, big toes come together, hips sink back. And reach forward. Back to a little flow. Tuck the toes with the hips, down dog. Lift between your hands, bend your knees, travel your feet forward, hanging over for a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse one, out and up, big inhale. Good. This time as you exhale, reach your fingertips back. Inhale it up. Exhale, swan dive forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Don't do anything yet. Bend your knees, place your hands down, and lift your right foot up for standing split. Maybe you find a balance here, grabbing onto the left ankle. So if it's available, just stay here or 3 hops into an L-shaped handstand. 3, 2, 1. Good. Right foot goes back behind the left, hanging over for a fold. Getting a stretch on the outside of that right leg. Left foot is going to go back behind you into a warrior 2. So right foot should be forward, left foot back. Good. Right hand reaches forward into a half moon, bend that right knee. Maybe you find the floor, maybe you don't. Maybe you find a block. If it's available, reach back and grab for that left foot with the left hand. Gently release the left foot if you have it. Go back to standing split. This time the left foot is up. Maybe you grab onto that right ankle to find the balance. Hands go down to the floor. 3 hops. 3, 2, 1. Left foot goes behind the right, hanging over for fold. Right foot's gonna go to the back of the mat for warrior 2. Left foot's forward. Come with me now, walk, come with me now. Oh, good. See, y'all can hear me singing. I'm singing quietly, but it probably sounds loud to y'all. Now I'm all self-conscious. Reach forward, finding half moon. Maybe a bind, reaching back and grabbing for that foot. Instead of coming back to standing split, we're gonna release. Back to warrior 2. Hands go down to either side of the left foot and then flow it through. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Child's pose or downward facing dog. Come on up onto your knees. So if you're in down dog, lower down. Tuck your toes. We're gonna do nice big opening into camel. Ustrasana. Sending those hips forward. Maybe you can untuck those toes and do the same thing. Coming back up. Sending the hips back. Coming back up. Doing that same thing again, Ustrasana. Maybe you do one arm at a time, maybe you do both. Good, coming back up. Sending the hips back. Sorry, Katie, that probably didn't feel so good on your lower back that you needed stretch. Don't worry, I promise we'll get there in restorative. Come on up. Actually, we're gonna fold it out now. So clasp the ankles. Send those feet forward. Flex your feet. Spread the lovely out from underneath you as you scoot your sit bones back. If you've got a strap, you're more than welcome to use it. If you can't tell, we're stretching our hamstrings like crazy today to work towards our split. So wrap those feet up at the strap, straight back, bend the elbows. I'm trying to get the front of the hip flexors for you to open up for the split, but I'm also trying to get the hamstrings for you. Those are usually the areas that get stuck. Inhale, come on up. Good. All right, here's our trick for the day. So you can break it down in 2 if you're like, I don't really want to try that. Or I will try that on one side and not on the other. We're gonna go from the side plank with our foot up and our fingers down into a split. Crazy, I know. So again, if you're like, not today, you do a side plank of whatever side plank you want to do. Then you switch with the blocks and lower yourself into the split, right? Otherwise, it looks something similar to this. I haven't done it in a while, so bear with me. We're here in side plank. We grab on, we lift up. We turn, plant the heel down. Then lower, 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 down, up, tuck the back toe, walk that knee in, find the wrist, the shoulder over the wrist, grab those fingers, and then shift to the outside of the foot, lift and lower. It's actually harder doing the reverse than it is going this way. So if you're like, totally not for me today, it looks like this. Side plank, hold it there, maybe you lift, stepping the foot forward, finding your blocks, working into your split. Okay, go ahead and do that. There's nothing for me to watch except Emily try. So I hope you're giving this a go at home. You don't have your cameras on, so I can't watch. But again, remember, you can break it down from side plank to stepping the foot forward to lowering yourself down. And again, you don't have to go into a full split to do this. Yeah, it was beautiful. I'm like, good. I feel like the harder part is coming out of it because gravity helps you go into it, but then getting out of it, you're like, oh, and then you have to lift back up. You have to give it a little momentum. It's getting to the outside of that foot that's hard.
Yeah, and like, I guess you bend the back, you walk the back knee in.
Yeah, and then you have to try to go to the outside of the back foot. Ooh, there it is. And you can do this with your leg extended, leg bent, whatever you want to do. So I tried it on my good side first. I'm going to try it on my bad side now. Just so I didn't even do great on my good side, but you know, it's going to be one of those days. Something challenging. So heel goes up, you turn, pop that down. Woo! Finding that split wherever it is today. When you're in your split, really focus on what is it that's holding you back here. Like for me, it's my right hip flexor more than it's my left hamstring, I feel like. Then I do walk that back knee in. Right hand goes underneath, clasp the fingers. Then I tuck the toes and find my plank. Go to the outside of the right foot as I lift left foot up and release it down for side plank. Man, that is tricky. Tricky, 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 tricky. And I'm sweating. That feels good though. Okay, go ahead, lay down on your back for a moment. Oh, hug your knees in, do a little rock from side to side. Send your feet up towards the ceiling. We're gonna do 10 pops with the hips. So the feet are gonna go up, so we're doing core work. Feet are gonna reach up and you're gonna pop your hips up. So 10 of them, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tic-tac those feet from side to side. Your hands can come to a T. You can do knees if it feels better. My feet like something on the ground, gonna come up and carry me. 3, 2, 1. Finding bicycle. The knees don't come past the hips here in our bicycle. Our armpit lifts up to the opposite knee. So here we go, 10 of them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Give your little belly a drum. Give it some love. Maybe windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Have you ever seen a light? All right, feet go up again. 10, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving the feet side to side or knees. Something that I found when I do this too, if I do it to the bottom diagonal, not directly to the side, it actually gets so I'm like making a rainbow, like a crescent with my feet. It actually feels better on my back and I still am getting that core work. Three, 2, 1. Bicycles, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Give your belly some love. This is an old playlist. All right. I'm trying to think because I taught 2 classes today. We haven't used the strap on our backs yet, have we? No. What? Okay, good. I'm like, I've taught 2 classes, I'm getting confused. So on your back, grab something that works for a strap. If you need to jump up and grab something, you can. It can be like a bathrobe tie, it can be a strap, it can be whatever you've got at home. You're gonna bend the right knee and place the strap around the ball of the foot. That's important, not just the arch, but the ball. And then send that heel up towards the ceiling. Now, as you're here, if it's available, you're gonna work your hands up as high up the strap as you possibly can, right? I don't want you to be controlling your legs from down here. So walk those hands up. If you don't need the strap, right, when you extend your leg, what you're gonna do, well, no, just kidding, don't do that yet, keep the strap. What I want you to do for the strap, I'm changing my mind, is pull down on it. So you're getting a stretch in your calf muscle. That's why I was using the strap in the whole first place. His songs are so ridiculous and I love them. Grab the strap with the right hand, open up the right leg to the side. If you do have a strap in your hand, you can take it back behind your head and if you want to, you can take the right hand and hook it to the outside of the right foot to kind of help open this up and this is in. I also put the strap underneath my head and trap it with my head. Pressing the left leg away so that you're not sliding towards the right when you do this. And then right leg back up. Cross it just over your center line. Press the inside ball of the foot up so you really feel it on the outside of the leg when you immediately rotate that leg inward. Draw down on the strap. Ow, ow. And then find your twist, drawing that leg all the way over. Then bring that leg back up. Clap your hands into the center. All right, bend the knee, release the strap, but keep the right leg up. Lift the shoulders. Grab onto that calf muscle if you've got it. Draw the knee in, keeping the elbows in tight. Really try to get this split as much as you can. Bend the knee. And then we're gonna clasp onto this like we're doing pigeon pose, but on our back. So the left arm is going to go underneath. And then the right arm is gonna give yourself a little hug. And go ahead and release that. So you're in like a supine tree. Right foot goes down to meet the left. Close your eyes. Feel the difference between the two halves of your body. Your right leg will probably feel a bunch longer. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side so you're not less wonky jawed. Grab that strap, place it around the ball of the foot. Shoot the heel up. Draw that ball of the foot down. So you're getting a stretch in your calf. Into the center. I want to see what else is on this playlist. It's an oldie. I don't even know what this is. No. Grab the strap with the left hand, open that left leg out. Remember, you can take it behind the head. Your lips are moving. This playlist, by the way, I wish y'all could hear it. It's called Work That Asana. So clever, right? I'm sure I stole it from somebody. Left foot goes up, cross it just over your center line, pressing the inside ball of the foot up. I'm moving. But I'm stupid. And then cross that leg all the way to the opposite side, sending the left arm out. Give me sweet talk. The shoulders are moving. And then inhale that left leg up. Remove the strap. Lift your shoulders up, grab onto that calf muscle, lift that right foot up to hover, and give yourself a good old stretch. And then release it down. Good, we're gonna do 3 bridge poses. So you know we're really actually supposed to be in the restorative part of class right now. So it's your choice how restorative you want these, ooh, wow, hey, you want these bridge poses to be. You can do bridge, you can do full wheel, you can do supported bridge, but we're gonna do 3, so your choice. I'm gonna start with a regular bridge, so I'm gonna walk my heels in, shoulders underneath, lifting the hips up. Again, if you're gonna do 3 full wheels, make sure that you rotate your wrists before you put them down. And gently lower down. Do what feels good for you. If you want to windshield wiper the knees, hug them in, whatever you need for what you just did. Going into our seconds. Now your choice. You know that you're doing 3, so if you want to end with restorative, you can. If you want to end with a hard one, you can. But we're going to stay for 5 breaths, so your choice. Here we go. Whatever you need to do to come out of it again is what y'all do. Going into our last one, so take whatever variation you please. All right, so now everybody meet in this restorative bridge pose. Sorry if you were just in it and you came out. Meet in the restorative bridge pose. You can be in at any height on the block that you want. If you don't have a block at home, What you're gonna do is keep your hips down, walk your feet out, and bend your knees in. It's gonna help relax that lower back area as well. So go ahead and pause here. And if it feels okay, then you're still up towards the ceiling. Otherwise, you can do this with your back flat on the floor. So this is a supported shoulder stand. If you don't like rolling back up onto your shoulders, this is a nice option. You'll get similar benefits of the reversed blood flow. Then release your feet down. Any variation now that you want to do with your feet, you can. You can bring the big toes together, you can bring the feet together, knees open out. You can send your legs straight. You can keep your knees bent with block underneath you or not, your choice. I don't know that this playlist ever slows down. Maybe. And draw your knees up if they're out. If you've got the block underneath you, lift your hips and remove it. All right, so we're gonna use our strap. Roll to the side and sit up. We're gonna loop it. So if you don't have a strap, tie a knot in something. Hopefully it'll be big enough. If not, then you're just gonna hug your knees into your chest if you don't have a strap. But this way it's supported. You'll put your feet through and your head through. You're gonna want it so that this is not behind your neck, the metal part. And then you'll tighten it up. Tighten it up. And then when you're ready, you can use a block for a like pillow underneath your head. You'll roll back, place the block behind your head, and then tighten it as much as you feel comfortable doing. You don't want it to be pulling on your neck or anything. And we'll just hang here, giving yourself a nice little stretch on the lower back. What's so funny? It is. It kind of feels really good though. I always have to put a timer on while we're doing these poses because I'm a very impatient person. So like if I get into one of these poses 30 seconds later, I'm like, okay, that's good. So you don't really get the good benefit of it unless you're sitting in it for a while. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift your head up, removing the strap from behind your neck, and then remove it from your legs. The block can come out from underneath your head. You're going to cross the right leg all the way over the left, and then drop the knees over to the left for a twist. We're going to hang here for a little bit. So if you want to make it a little bit more supportive, you can take a block underneath the knees so that your knees can rest on something, or a calf muscle. Like it's underneath my right calf muscle. But if you like it without, then you can do it without. It'll be nice once everybody gets back here in the studio for this class. I'll be able to have some bolsters. Hopefully the university will be open and I'll be able to get some bolsters for this class. That will feel really nice when we're in these restorative poses. When you're ready, bring those legs back up. You're gonna uncross, just bring the soles of the feet together, knees open out. Now again, if you wanna make this more restorative, you take the blocks and you place them underneath your legs. So everybody says underneath your knees, but like my knees don't get to the blocks depending on what height. So you can bring them closer in and get them so that they're underneath the thighs and the thighs are being supported by the block. We're gonna rest here. Hands can be on the belly, opened out to the side, inside of the thighs, whatever's comfortable. But as you're here, scan through the body and see what you can allow to soften. Maybe you walk the feet further away from the body or bring them in closer. Find what feels good for you today. Inhale the knees back up. Cross the left knee over the right and release the knees to the right side. Remember, you're more than welcome to use a block underneath the knees if it feels good. As you open the left arm out to the side. Inhale the knees back up to center. Uncrossing the legs. Walk your feet out nice and wide, the width of the mat, and drop your knees in towards one another. Knees are bent. Cross the left arm over the right, giving yourself a little hug. I love this one for the lower back. Oops. And switch your arms out. The other one good to go over. Extend your arms and your legs nice and long. Pointing the toes away from you. Intertwine your fingers, place them back behind your head as you move the torso over towards the right side of the mat. Walk the right foot heel over, left foot crosses over the right ankle. So hips stay down on the floor. And cross your feet. Bring your torso back to center. Over towards the left. Walk the heels to the left, crossing the right ankle over the left. And cross the feet. Walk your body back to center. Scan through your body, see if there's anything else you feel like you might possibly need before you find your final resting pose in Shavasana. Maybe a little happy baby would feel good on the lower back or the hips. Use a choice. As you're laying on your back, we're going to do a little scan of your body, starting down at your feet, checking in with your toes, the balls and heel of your feet, the arch. See if you're holding any tension there. And allow your feet to soften and allow them to relax. Going up into your ankles. Checking in with that joint. Notice how your ankles are feeling and see if you can soften them. Checking in with your shins and your calf muscles. Feel what's touching the floor in your calf muscles. Take note that they're there. They've been working for you all day. Allow them to relax. Going up into the knees. Imagine you can allow all the muscles around the knees to soften so your knees can relax. Going up into the quads, the front of the legs. Some of the longest muscles of the body. From the hip to the knee. Soften and allow that to focus on your hamstrings as well. They stretched and worked really hard today. See if you can allow them to really relax. Going up into the hips and the glutes. See if you're holding any tension there and allow them to soften. Into the front of the hip flexors. Also stretched and worked them really hard today. See if you can allow those to relax. Going into the belly. Allow your belly to soften after all that core work. Scanning into your lower back. Allow that to relax. Check in with your diaphragm as you inhale and exhale. Be grateful that that muscle is working for you. Creating space up into the lungs. Check in with your rib cage, everything underneath your rib cage. Into the shoulders, the shoulder blades, and the fronts of the shoulders. All of them relax and soften, broaden. Checking down the arms, the deltoid muscles that we stretched at the beginning of class. The biceps, and then the back of the arms, the triceps. Allow the elbows to soften. The forearms, the wrists, the palms, down each finger into the fingertips, all relax. Make sure your neck is lengthened, your jaw released, so the bottom teeth are separate from the top. Cheekbones, sinuses, all soften. If your eyes are fluttering under the eyelids, give them focus on the bridge of the nose or up to the third eye. Soften your eyebrows and your forehead. And allow the weight of your head to sink into the mat. Allow your breath to deepen. Send some attention to your fingers and your toes, giving them a little wiggle, slowly awakening your physical self. And then when you're ready, gently roll on over to your side, using your bicep as a pillow. And with the help of your hands, gently press yourself up to a seated position. Thanks so much for being here, for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. I'm gonna turn the record button.